My personal
Yeah.
Dark Souls tier list, which does not include Sekiro or Elden Ring, so everyone will tune out immediately. Because I haven't played either of those games, so I don't feel like I should judge them, though I
You
don't
should go
think
ahead and
Sekiro
judge
would be very
them.
high.
You should judge them harshly, even though you've never played them.
Okay, Elden Ring comes in at the last place because I don't like the way it smells or tastes.
How the fuck dare you?
Yes.
How could you?
Fucking... Alright, so I go
Elden
from
Ring
bottom
was like a
or
father to me.
from my least favorite to my most favorite, or most to least? Basically, I'm just ranking Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Bloodborne.
Your favorite to least favorite.
Alright, it goes Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2. I'm sorry, Frank.
It hurts, but it's fair.
I want to tell you, though, I don't hate Dark Souls 2. It just happens to be my least favorite.
It hurts, but it's fair.
I don't know. That game, it's just... I find it hard to want to replay it, that's all.
See, I have the opposite problem. It's the one that I can always go back to.
Dark Souls 1 is my one that I feel like I can go back and play all the time, because I know that game more than I know any of the others. That's kind of what I mean by it's like sort of Super Mario 64-esque to me, where like everyone knows that game fucking, you know,
Yeah.
off by heart. And to an extent, like I really feel like I can play around with it and just do whatever. All the other games I feel like, you know, a little bit more of a challenge. Dark Souls 2 I've always found is the hardest to kind of get into and just kind of want to play, and I'm not a huge fan of all the bosses and stuff, which I know is the complete opposite of your argument. I'm just trying to explain myself. I don't think it's awful like some people do. I think it's good. It's just not my favorite.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, a good thing of you thinking about waiting off on Elden Ring and possibly playing it later is you may just get to experience the game properly. You know, without all the day one like game breaking bugs and some of the NPC quest lines that need to be patched in to even continue them. Some of them are still not even finished.
I mean, I plan on playing it soon-ish, I guess. I mean, I don't have any like date in mind or anything. But it's like I don't want to like leave it for years or anything.
Funny thing is, you used to be able to be invaded by someone who could basically do the essentially like the immolation from Dark Souls 2, where you set yourself on fire. But the bug would make it so if you buffed your weapon, it would apply that build-up to the people you get next to instead of just burning them. So one of the weapons in the game gets the death buildup as their weapon art that applies to the weapon. So then you just roll at somebody while you're on fire, and they will almost immediately die because the death buildup builds up really fast.
That's really funny.
Yep, and
I mean, to be honest, that's kind of some like funny shit that you'll only get to experience at the beginning.
I mean, yes, they eventually.
Although to be fair, if I get it, I'll probably buy it on PS4 because that's pretty much the only console I have that I can play it on, and I don't have an online subscription for that currently. And you know,
the other thing they patched out was is there's this shield, and if you parry a magical attack, it does like a cool little beam, right? So what people could do is they could poison themselves, or even just set themselves on fire with that pyromancy, and then they could just use the shield beam for the low cost of a little bit of stamina. And the shield beam did a lot of damage because it's supposed to be like you're supposed to time this thing to parry a spell, but if you just status yourself, you can just use it infinitely, basically. And luckily they patched that up too.
I mean, look, I don't even know like anything about it. I know I keep saying it, but I really do not know a thing.
Oh, I know. I'm just giving you like the very vague explanations about really bad exploits that got patched.
A little bit of footage of the game from people who are playing in the background or whatever, because like that's all they're playing right now.
Just just saying like, oh, it's kind of good that you're waiting.
Even a fucking Drew Gooden video I was watching the other day, he played a bit of it in the video. I'm like, man, everyone's playing it. Drew Gooden, for those of you who don't know, is not a video game YouTuber.
No. I was thinking, what do I know him from? I'm pretty sure I've seen his stuff.
He does commentary. He says
Yeah.
"Hey guy" at the beginning of all of his videos.
Oh, that's a commentary thing.
Yes, that is a commentary.
That's how you know they're a commentator. It's when they say, "Hey guys."
He also does. I mean, you might know him. He does a lot of stuff with Danny Gonzalez,
Mm.
Curtis Connor. They did the "We Are Two Different People" tour. No,
I did
ring
not
a
know
bell?
about
That's
any
right.
of that. I think I've been recommended his stuff or something, and then just haven't watched it.
Probably. He's one of those YouTubers who gets like millions of views for each one of his videos,
Yeah.
or at least 1 or 2 million.
Yeah, so maybe I haven't actually watched his content, but I've seen him pop up with like a face, so that made me think he was like one of those commentator personality YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have it. The commentary section in YouTube, they call it the commentary community or something like that. There's
Really?
always drama going on. Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen lots of YouTubers that are like, guys, I'm done with the commentary YouTube community. I'm like, what the
I
fuck
love
is
that.
It's just, you're just talking about shit. It's not like the TF2 community or something where you're like, oh, they're all the players are toxic or whatever. You know, that's
every
it's just like,
community
these are
has
just
that
people
shit.
talking about things. Yeah.
Every community has, oh, this person's bad and stuff's going on with them, and
But what I mean is, like, I struggle. Oh, there are horses here. I struggle to imagine, like, calling it a community. It's just a thing. It's not like a game or something like that where everyone could logically.
YouTube has sort of broken communities a little bit because you get recommended polls, which used to be a community thing. But now they just pop up and you vote on them if you want.
So
and you don't know people at all.
I know why that happens. I understand it. Basically the way it works is, well, first off, anything you post in your community tab is public. That's just how it is.
So it's like a
Anyone can see
recommended
it.
video that gets recommended to you.
Well, yeah, but the way that YouTube works is it will recommend things that get more interaction, right? So if something has a lot of views, a lot of comments, a lot of likes. I think it's mainly comments and likes and stuff. Or just people interacting with it at all, that will boost it up. And the thing about voting in a poll, it's the easiest thing to do because people first off feel compelled because it's just like a quick, like, oh, what's your opinion on this? And all they have to do is click one button. So polls, more often than not, get really pushed in terms of them being advertised to everyone. So that's why YouTube community polls are all over the place.
Yeah.
It's interesting. My current routine is I work all day, then I have dinner, and then it gets late at night.
Oh,
and then
no.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm going to
of
play
course.
Batman for like 1 or 2 hours, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and that's it.
The only reason I've clocked in 170 hours is because I've been out of work and I do not have a life outside of talking with friends in work. So, you know, during my free time, which is a lot when I don't have work, I spent it playing that game because I was having a lot of fun. If I had work, that'd be a much shorter window, and I probably would not even be halfway through the game by now, and still have a lot to go through.
Fair enough.
Which
I will say that is nice when like a new big game comes out and you just happen to have like time free.
oh yes,
Yeah.
I was very happy to have.
When
time for it.
Breath of the Wild came out, I had to do a house sitting job, and I was super fucking sick, like basically bedridden sick. So I would just lie on this recliner all day and just play Breath of the Wild for like 12 hours straight or something because I just physically could not do anything else, and it was brilliant. I felt fucking awful, but I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Because that was when the game first came out as well, because I pre-ordered it, and everything was new and exciting.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out this year at last, that's taking priority. I'm getting in that. It's my most anticipated game.
Speaking of which, you have
4
reminded
years.
me of the Ubisoft drama a little bit,
What?
where the
What now?
What are they
the,
doing
like,
now?
what is it, like Horizon Zero Dawn devs were like, I don't get why people are clamoring over this Elden Ring stuff. I mean, their quests aren't even good. Why do you people like this game? And then people are like, man, you guys are just salty because you missed out on your chance because Breath of the Wild kicked your ass the first time. and now this is kicking your ass for Elden Ring, and then your next installment's probably gonna get your ass kicked by Breath of the Wild 2. It's like, you don't need to be salty.
I mean, they're not wrong, though. That is exactly what happened.
It's like, a lot of people are complaining about Elden Ring. It's like, oh, they added open world aspects, but that's like, they didn't go through all of the details of open world games. And then you go, yeah, okay. But they didn't add the, like, 40 strongholds that you have to capture that doesn't actually amount to anything, and there's not like a castle every 2 minutes for you to go to.
Yeah.
It's like, not every open world game needs to be built like a generic Ubisoft game made in the last 4 years.
I mean, look, I've heard that the Horizon games are okay. It's just like they keep coming out at the exact wrong time.
Yes.
Because, yeah, for Mabini, if you didn't know this, the first Horizon game came out like, I think it was like a month before Breath of the Wild.
Is it West Horizons or something?
Yeah, the new one's called like Forbidden West.
Yes,
I think it's called.
Yeah.
And that one came out literally 1 week before Elden Ring.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Yeah, it's
I
just
kind of
like
feel sorry for them, but
one
at
of the
the
most
same
highly
time, it's like,
Yeah,
anticipated
but
titles to like
it's-
ever
it's-
be anticipated
It's
for. And
it's a competitive industry, and
like
it's
this
only
game.
going to attract certain sorts of people. And a lot of the people that are like hardcore gamers buy the new game, they smash it out in a week, and they 100% it, and then
that's
they're
true.
over it.
That is true.
And then the next game comes out, and that's the way it works for the hardcore people. But for the casual people, it gives them an opportunity to really consider whether it's worth buying or not.
Hmm.
Like if
That
they're
is
like,
true.
I really want
That's
to get this cool game, but
Elden
it's
Ring's
like
coming
there's
out
this
next
other
week.
one that's come out
I
that
just
I'm a
love
little
it
bit
when,
more interested
when
in.
like any media producer just becomes so petty that they start firing shots at their competitors though over nothing. I
It's,
just
they're
find it
just,
always so funny. Like
the
the
problem
comic
is,
industry getting really mad at anime and manga because the comic industry is failing, and they're like, "How can you people
How
support
is the
these
comic
medias?"
industry
You know,
failing?
I mean,
the
I
they're
would
in a
thought they'd be better than
decline.
ever right now.
No.
Because
That's the joke. They're in a decline during COVID.
Oh, okay, right.
the biggest problem with people's worldviews that can happen to you is you're so
So they're
absorbed in
different
it
to mine.
that you disregard every other worldview and say that, oh, because I'm involved in this is the only thing that matters, and anything else that's going on isn't possibly more interesting or entertaining
It's very
or
well.
valuable. It's just
Uh,
it's just the way it is sometimes. Like,
Will the
comics
slab do
have
it? I don't know
value,
if the
everything
slab-
has value, and it depends on what's going on. There's so many factors. So
Say that whole thing
you
was a bit of a
can't
mouthful.
spend your whole life on the one little thing and expect that to just skyrocket you into
yeah.
success.
But it's like, you start like attacking the character of the other people in the other industry
Yeah.
just because your industry is in a decline.
Well, what it does is it you throwing rocks in a glass house. Next thing you
Also
know,
that.
people are looking at you, finding out what stupid shit you've
Well,
been
like,
doing.
I mean, it's like not even just that though, because like it's